Breaking news, breaking news, breaking news. Dave Chappelle exposed big names funding Shannon Sharpe's lawsuit. They exposed Shannon Sharpe's alleged blackmail. We in the house. We riding. Subscribe to my daughter Juanita. Make an audio YouTube channel. Spelled Juinata. And don't forget, this is sponsored by Cashbox. We're going to give you a couple of Cashbox examples. Let you know what time it is. Just sit back and enjoy the ride. All right. Respond to the comments. You know it is. Unique Make Audio, man. This one here is Dave Chappelle. And you know when he speaks, he's equivalent to Katt Williams. So let's tune in. Let's get this thing popping. Let's get it moving. And let's see what Dave Chappelle got to say.
Don't ever come between a man and his meal. I never forgot that either.
You know what that means? That means don't mess with a man's money. Two things you can't mess with, Ron, because we ride. Yes, we riding early. Two things you can't mess with. That's a man's money and his woman, because he get his money to get his woman. So don't get involved in that. Let's keep it moving, because you know you might meet a but I love a dog dude that might take you out over a piece of woman. All right.
Most niggas would have to run the streets for years to learn a lesson that profound. It took me 2 seconds. Never get between somebody and their paper.
Or their woman. Remember that.
Taking a man's livelihood away from him is akin to killing him.
Whoa. Taking away a man's livelihood is akin to killing him. That's why I don't understand, and I got to give gunshots to those that could misconstrue what comes first. It's your money because it's your livelihood. The person or the female that tell you, you don't want to talk to me, your business come before me. Hell yeah, because that's what keep a roof over our head. And that's what we have to tell the woman. Eric White, right or wrong? Okay, he said word. Let's keep it moving. Dave is an animal.
Y'all, Dave Chappelle just dropped receipts of Shannon Sharpe's lawsuit being a setup, and it's wild. Y'all know how Shannon got sued a couple of days ago by a Jane Doe, who claimed that he allegedly SA'd her multiple times, right? Miss Gabrielle Zuniga. Well, according to Dave, she is allegedly being funded by some powerful people who are trying to ruin Club Shay Shay. Now,
do y'all believe that? Do y'all believe it's some powerful people trying to fund this whole takedown of Shay Shay? Hey, y'all. But like I said, I got to go there early. I got to ride there early. Last week, he was supposed to be in the men. He even got a name like Shay Shay. I've never met a man named Shay Shay. I met men named Shay. But when you put two, that's usually a broken wrist. If I'm wrong, tell me. How do y'all look at it in the comments? You know, when I heard Shay Shay, when you hear Shay Shay, don't you think of like a Shanae? Don't you think of Shanae when you hear Shay Shay? Could Shannon be Shanae's brother or kissing cousin? Because all types of freak stuff getting ready to come out about Shannon now. They're going to run with it on the internet. Let's find out that Shannon and Shanae is related, and Shanae turned out Shannon and turned him into Shay Shay. And now Shay Shay is caught up in this mess. Let's go.
everybody knows that Shannon has exposed a lot of celebs on his podcast, and this explains why they would want to cancel the podcast. But it gets messy because word in the streets is that Shannon has allegedly been into blackmail. Allegedly, he blackmails powerful people with dirt he gathers during the taping of his show.
Well, hold up, pause. Don't that sound a lot like what Diddy is on trial for? that he's blackmailing people with the tapes? That don't sound like the same Diddy pattern. Will we be seeing Shannon Sharpe fighting for his freedom in the criminal court in a matter of minutes? Somebody let me know what's going on. Will we be seeing Shannon fight for his freedom? BK Finance said, like, share, and subscribe. Let's keep it moving. We already know that right now it looked like Shannon Sharpe is on the path on the way down to the Diddy train. Or should I say the Diddy done it sell?
Well, it looks like his luck has finally run out, and y'all can trust Dave Chappelle is about to spill that tea. So which celeb did Shannon Sharpe allegedly blackmail? Let's get into it. Well, one thing about Mr. Dave Chappelle is he's gonna tell a joke, but he ain't gonna tell you no lies. When Club Shay Shay first started popping off, Dave was one of the first to warn Shannon about how he needed to be careful about exposing celebs. Now, hosting a podcast and having people come on is one thing, but at a point, Club Shay Shay started to feel like a targeting of major celebrities. And if there's one thing we know about these celebs, it's they do not like it when people expose them, especially when it's by other celebrities. So when Katt Williams went on Club Shay Shay last year in his infamous interview, Dave sent out a warning to Shannon. He said, "What part of the game is this? He eat the ninjas. He didn't say anything about these white boys. None of these white boys function like that. Katt is one of the best painters in the game, so why are you drawing ugly pictures of us? Stop. Hurt people, but I'm a hurt person that never hurt people, and he does it all the time." He also accused them of trying to ruin the livelihoods of his fellow Black comedians, and he said, "If I told my story, it would break your heart. I lost everything and never told on anybody." And he is acting like the arbiter of truth. Katt, listen, my F with Katt hard, but D-Ray, tell me, what part of the game F's up another ninja's paper? What part of the game is it about telling on another ninja? And honestly, it wasn't hard to see why he felt this way, because celebrities were starting to get furious with Shannon. It was
Oh man, I had to mute on. Don't even worry about that. Don't even worry about that, right? My man Larry Moe just called. Big shout out to Larry Moe from DC, man. He just called and I put it on mute to say something to him. But anyway, where I'm getting at is, don't you think that it's amazing how they got Shannon following the Diddy path with the way they doing this? Let's get back to this because I don't even remember what was said because Larry Moe done threw me off. You know what I mean? You already know what the broken wrist look like. Shay Shay. Yo, do you know any men named Shay Shay? Put it in the comments if you know a man named Shay Shay. I mean, I'm not riding on Shay Shay. And if Shay Shay, and that's just Shay Shay, and I ain't got nothing to say about Shay Shay. You got anything to say about Shay Shay? All right, let's keep it moving.
It's like one thing for fans to diss them or make up conspiracy theories, but it was another thing for another celeb to go on a podcast owned by another celebrity to say these things. Like, where's the loyalty, I guess? But y'all, there were a lot of things said on Club Shay Shay. I know y'all remember Katt Williams' interview and how it basically set the tone for 2024, all the effect exposés. And this video has more than 80 million views and is the most watched podcast interview on the platform. However, the interview rubbed a lot of celebrities the wrong way, and that's where Shannon Sharpe's problems started.
Do you think that's where Shannon Sharpe's problem started? Because Katt Williams' interview rubbed a lot of people the wrong way. Because I remember, what's that kid name? I know, Kevin Hart. It was Kevin Hart. It was another one. You know, I can't remember the other one. Yeah, I think it might have been that. What the heck is his name? He was D.L. Hughley. That's it. D.L. Hughley was in his body behind that interview. Monique even went up there and checked Shay Shay behind that interview. I mean, but my thing is, right, Shay Shay, you let a person come up here and talk, right? And then you let them get off and say all these nasty things about whoever. And then you let the next person come up there to defend that. Without that person there, that's going to cause drama and no disrespect. That's what females do. What men do, if you got something to say about Joe Blow, let me get Joe Blow in you, and you tell Joe Blow in his face. Don't tell me nothing or use my platform to talk about Joe Blow without Joe Blow being there. Black Cash Dreams, what up? But you understand where I'm coming from? Somebody put in the comments, hit that like button, hit that like button, hit that like button, because I'm going to tap out. Let's keep this thing moving. Let's hit that like button. All right.
And if we're going to be honest, Katt really went in on these celebs, and some people felt like he was giving off hater energy, especially because his career hadn't been going that smooth those past couple of years.
But that's the point. Katt is saying that when he was in the industry, they blackballed him and he wasn't a part of the in circle. So he decided to expose the in circle to let them know what time it is, because that's why, as they trying to say, his career wasn't going like it was going. But Katt Williams done ran it down, and he had like a #1 joint on Netflix anytime he put out anything. So Katt Williams was never hurting. You know what I mean? He just wasn't all out there in the media. But as you see, he know how to get in the media and take, full control. Let's keep it moving. Thanks, Katt.
So they felt like the reason he was going in was that he was low-key jealous and hating. But one of the first celebrities he went in on was Cedric the Entertainer.
Oh, yeah.
Katt dragged Cedric, accusing him of stealing jokes from other comedians and then passing the jokes off as his.
Nobody knows why liars lie. And that's why I had to come on the program. Cedric did the same thing. Cedric told you when you asked him, did you steal Katt Williams' joke? Yeah. He said, it don't line up. How it don't line up that I did it on TV in 2018. You came to see me at the Comedy Store do it in 2019 and then did it on the Kings of Comedy. Like, what doesn't line up? This is a televised joke that Mark Curry helped me punch up and get to the level that it was. The same Steve that went to go watch Mark Curry do his whole sitcom and then stole everything Mark Curry had.
He then called Cedric out for being a fraud because he didn't write his own jokes instead of stealing jokes or depending on other people to write jokes for him.
Cedric.
So what they say, whoa. So is Katt Williams saying that Cedric the Entertainer had a ghostwriter? You know how the rappers say if you don't write your own rhymes, you're not an official rapper. So now I'm seeing that if you don't write your own jokes, you're not an official comedian. I didn't know that.
Sitting here telling you why he ain't a movie star. He over here look like a walrus. You didn't say nothing. He can't even get his...
Yo! Katt called him out. He said, man, you over here looking like a war. So you ain't say nothing. You ain't nothing but a shenane. I mean, Shay. Whatever the hell you are. How you won't say nothing when you got him up here looking like a horse and you don't say nothing to check him, and you expect me to sit here and come up here and say nothing and let these lies go when he's a part of the reason why I'm not eating to the extent that I should be eating? Come on, man. Yo, let's step this up. We on a roll Sunday night.
Arms off his stomach, sitting over here. Why I'm not a movie star. What?
It's a situation.
He never wrote anything. Remember, when Cedric the Entertainer starts, he's supposed to be singing, dancing, and telling jokes. That's why he's called the Entertainer.
Talk to him.
We found out he can't sing, can't dance, and doesn't write jokes. He did 4 comedy specials. They're so bad, Shannon, they're not available on Netflix or Tubi.
Whoa.
Can I say that again for the audience?
Say it again.
They're so bad that they're not available on Netflix or Tubi.
Not even Tubi?
You don't think Sam's a good comedian?
The world doesn't think that, sir. I have 12 comedy specials. He has 4 specials that are not available on Netflix or Tubi.
Whoa. Not even on Tubi? Tell me it ain't so. Somebody put it in the comments, man.
So, for obvious reasons, Cedric did not appreciate Katt Williams trying to call him out like that, so he slammed him on Instagram, saying, revisionist history. Regardless of whatever Katt's opinion, my career can't be reduced to one joke Katt Williams claims as his. I've been in over 40 movies. My specials and brands speak volumes about who I am. The people I have put on include Cat in the Hat at the Gibson Amphitheater, and all that tough talk is corny as F. I'm a grown man, and none of this stuff gonna go like you think. You do you, I got this over here. But it wasn't just Cedric taking shots, because Kevin Hart also jumped in and let Katt have it on social media. He basically called Katt a straight up clown who belongs in a circus. And honestly, it's hard to be mad at Kevin for clapping back, because Katt had already thrown some serious shade at him before.
Let's ride right now. Yo, at this time when this happens, Katt is so gangster that he came out the hat and took his private jet. I don't know if it's a private jet, but he took a jet to Philly to do a show in Kevin Hart's backyard to let it be known that you made it, you left your town and your town don't support you, and I could come in here and do what I want to do in your town. Shay. Yo, Katt's a bad man. Tell me that wasn't gangster. Katt done took comedy to the drill comedy. You know, so now we got drill comedy. That's what you call Katt right now, drill comedy. You know, let's just hope it don't escalate to nothing. Let's keep it down. We just kicking it and just letting it be known. But Katt went to Philly, Kevin Hart's hometown, when he talking crap about him. You know what I mean? Propane, what up, Oakley? Yo, I mean, I can't even believe this, man. He went to Philly in the heat of the argument and laughed at him and performed to a sold-out audience. Katt Williams. Round of applause to Katt Williams. Round of applause to Katt Williams. Let's get Katt Williams a round of applause. Sunday night. Yo, you know what? Y'all got to hit that like button, man. Y'all got to hit that like button. I'm going to get the intro for 30 seconds. Hit the like button. Let's get this party moving. All right. Yo, Bigger BX, happy birthday, baby boy. All right, so that's where we at, right? That's where we at. Let's see where we at. Let's get back to this. Yo, Bigger, happy birthday. I spent, Bigger's birthday with him at Salsa Con Fuego. We took some videos. I just shot him the joint with the cake and all the hoopla coming out. And, happy birthday, my brother. Love you to death, man. Y'all make sure y'all give Bigger his happy birthday in the comments or something, man. That's Bigger's birthday. That's one of my moderators. He do what he got to do. Happy birthday, bro.
Katt accused Kevin of being a fraud, saying he fakes his whole super successful image and that a lot of what people see is just smoke and mirrors. According to Katt, Kevin's been selling a version of himself that doesn't really line up with the truth.
In 15 years in Hollywood, no one in Hollywood has a memory of going to a sold-out Kevin Hart show, there being a line for him ever getting a standing ovation at any comedy club. He already had his deals when he got here. Have we heard of a comedian that came to L.A. and in his first year in L.A., he had his own sitcom on network television and had his own movie called Soul Plane that he was leading? No, we've never heard of that before that person or since that person. What do you think a plant is?
Yo, right there. That's how it all began. Please leave it alone. Drill comedy. This is the beginning of the drill comedy wars. Katt, tone it down. They're not ready for you, man. You too gangster. They think because you're a comedian that you're not a gangster. But this is the start of the drill comedy. Let's hope it don't escalate, because Katt Williams is the best that ever done it. Let's give him a round of applause. All right, relax. Relax, y'all, relax. Remember, you heard it here first when you hear everybody else start talking about the drill comedy. That's how I coin things. Just like, let's get it right and keep it moving.
Maybe people don't understand the definitions of these words.
Talk to him.
He just did his documentary with Chris Rock where he shows you that his whole upbringing in comedy was on the East Coast.
To be fair, Katt going after Kevin wasn't totally random because they have had tension for what feels like forever. The drama really started though when Katt began calling out the industry, saying he got blackballed for speaking the truth and refusing to play by Hollywood's rules. But apparently they didn't sit well with Kevin. He pulled up to the Breakfast Club and basically said Katt didn't get pushed out for being too real. He got blacklisted because of his issues and how hard he was to work with. So yeah, the shots at Katt weren't exactly out of the nowhere.
I also take full responsibility for any and everything that I've done in business, good or bad. My frustration with Katt Williams comes from, you keep pointing at Hollywood. Hollywood this, the white man, this, and this. When do you take responsibility for your actions? You had the shot.
Yo, basically, Kevin, I love you to death. And yo, I'm gonna let you know, Kevin also stole. And I'm putting paperwork together for that, right? But Kevin, right? And I ain't got nothing against him for that because this is what they do. I was locked up. He didn't know I was the creator. But Kevin, right? Don't sit there and say that because we know that what y'all call hard to work with in Hollywood is a man that stands on man time is not gonna drop to their knees in Hollywood. And that's what Katt Williams is saying. He's not dropping to his knees or compromising his manhood to get $1 or to get his own starring role in, what the hell Kevin Hart was it? Right Along. You know, wasn't that, yeah, that was him and IQ. All right, let's keep it moving.
You were the guy. You were set up to be the star. You didn't show up to work. You off promo shoots. You off your promo trips that they had set up for you. You became a risk to the studios, which is why the studio stopped.
Why was he a risk?
He chose to take responsibility for what you chose and say, you know what, I gotta fix me, and I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna stand up for comedy. So when you say
so, Katt spilling tea on
all that sound real positive though, Katt. Katt, that sound real positive. He making you look bad right there, Katt. I gotta keep it 100. You know, okay, everything he said right there, that's what every man need to do. Take responsibility for himself. And when something happened, to look deep within himself before he sit there and blame others. Because it all starts with self. All right? Pizzo Brandy. Kevin came from the white circuit, the same lane Dave came from. Put it in the comments if y'all believe that.
Him on Club Shay Shay was something of a payback for Kevin's words, but Kevin was not having it because he didn't clap back again, calling Katt a clown who belonged in that circus.
Hey, Kev, you didn't say nothing to Katt Williams when he did a 3-hour interview talking slow yesterday. You didn't put a shot clock on him.
Well, do you entertain the circus or do you watch it, Perk?
Talk to him, Kevin.
What do you do? You watch it. You know, man, look at that lion riding the bike. That's what you got.
Well, Shannon and Katt got a whole lot of backlash for this interview, and they were dragged for weeks. Rapper Mace accused Shannon of being anti-black, and he pointed out Shannon's noticeable shift in energy, noting how vocal Shannon gets when it's about black issues, but stays real silent when confronted by a white person.
And thirdly, you call yourself coming at me, right? You want to be aggressive with me, right? Listen, you showed poise, respect, wherewithal, resolve, compassion, reverence for Skip Bayless. Why are you so aggressive anytime somebody black say something? The man said, put your glasses on, and you put your glasses back on. Don't play with me. Put your glasses back on, Shannon.
Now, Katt's interview already had folks giving Shannon and his podcast the side eyes, so things really hit the fan after Monique showed up. Shannon was already walking on a fine line, and once Monique started calling out Tyler Perry and Oprah by name, it started to feel like Shannon had an agenda, like he was purposefully targeting big-name black comedians, and that interview pretty much confirmed what people were saying. Much like Katt Williams, Monique didn't hold back when it came to calling people out, especially Oprah and Tyler Perry and Kevin Hart. She had smoke for all of them. And Monique got blackballed by Oprah and Tyler after she refused to do extra promo for Precious without getting paid. Let her tell us she had already done the job that she was contractually obligated to do. But when she said no to unpaid press runs, things allegedly went left, and I mean fast. But let's be real here. Getting blackmailed in Hollywood isn't some minor setback. It's a domino effect. Once a couple of major power players like Oprah and Tyler turn their backs, everybody else tends to fall in line. People didn't want to touch Monique with a 10-foot pole, scared they'd end up on the wrong side too. But according to Monique, Kevin Hart actually stepped in and tried to be a real one. He tried to show her support and made it seem like he was genuinely down for her when things were falling apart. Monique said that Kevin really made it seem like he had her back and telling her he was her ride or die, even though she was already blacklisted and treated like an outsider in the industry. She then believed him too because he came off like he genuinely cared. But after all those promises, he flipped on her too, just ghosted her like she never existed. And the part that hurt the most, he He didn't even have the guts to cut ties himself, and he just sent other people to do the dirty work. But it didn't stop there. She claimed to have audio evidence of him throwing her under the bus and groveling at Tyler for his own gain.
With you, and I need to get it off my chest early.
Because that's why I'm looking at you now. Like, why are you going into that? Because I told you we could not talk till I dealt with you.
Okay,
listen. Okay.
Talk to
So
him.
let me say this to you. The day I watched Skip Bayless lose himself with you, and that's what he did. He lost himself. And when I watched Skip Bayless say to you, "Put them goddamn glasses back on, boy." Now, I know he didn't say goddamn and boy, but that's what everybody heard. And I was waiting for you to snatch his ass across that table, baby, and give it
not Shay
to him. I was like, Shannon, this is the perfect time. I don't condone violence.
Right.
I don't say be violent. But that day, I was in my feelings for 2 days. Me and my grandbaby could not watch you for 2 days. And my husband had to say, Mama, let's talk about this. Look at Shannon Sharpe. He retired in 2004, but he could still get on that field and run touchdowns, tackles, everything.
So for obvious reasons, Shannon and his podcast aren't exactly popular with the celebrities. Even D.L. Hughley criticized the show, accusing Shannon of being messy and helping his guests spread lies and false narratives about the people that they talked about.
Well, Club Shay Shay is getting messier and messier. It's almost like Wendy Williams didn't go anywhere. She just got a weight set. So Monique was on. Every time I see Monique these days, she's on doing some greasy ass video with her and her daddy complaining about something or working out. I don't know nobody that work out that much and gain weight unless every crunch you do has got Captain in front of it. But apparently she goes on Club Shay Shay and tells the story about how she came on my radio show and I wasn't there at the time. And my co-host Jasmine Sanders played a game that we played all the time with everybody called Would You Rather. She apparently was so offended by that.
But if you think that's mad,
hey, yo, you know what's crazy though? What's crazy to me is Katt Williams actually made these mother effers respond to him. Katt Williams made them respond to him. Come on, man. That's gangster.
well, it's about to get even worse, because word on the streets is that Shannon has allegedly been blackmailing celebs for the tea that he gets from these podcasts. Allegedly, he edits out the really juicy parts and then uses them for leverage. Now, I don't know how true this is, but if it is true, then it would explain why people are willing to go this far to ruin him. The timing of the lawsuit is very strategic because it was filed a day before it was publicly announced that he is expected to sign a deal for his Club Shay Shay podcast that would exceed $100 million after his contract with Colin Cohurt's The Volume podcast network expired recently.
That's when the squally came in to get him. And remember how we always talk about, could we ride? That's when the squally came in to get him. So we already know what it is, right? If he would have used Cashbox, he would have had access to Ghostbox, and he would have had access to not send money to the wrong squally to let it be known that he was talking to the other squally. He sent the money to the wrong squally. Squally goes to pick up the money. When he goes to pick up the money, Shannon said, no, because there's a virtual vault in the middle of Cashbox before your money is accepted into the sender's account. How much more genius could you get with that? And this is a black-owned company, Cashbox, right? So he got the squally sitting there. She go to pick up the money, then he pulls it back, say, nah, that ain't for you. Now she called him, she pissed off. Now he takes the money, he sent to the other squally, so the other squally called the next squally, he sent the money to and tell the squally, yo, how you got Shannon sending you money? He's supposed to be my man. I'm the one that introduced you to him. And she's like, yo, he didn't send me nothing. She said, oh, well, let me see your phone. Then she go look in the phone. She don't see nothing sent from Tanner. She said, I told you. And then the girl said, yo, I've been watching Unique make audio. I know about Ghostbox. Let me see your Ghostbox. No, they busted. They gonna catch you, man. Yo, Cashbox revolutionized stuff, but when you're dealing with the hood, they're gonna figure out a way to catch you. Because all they're gonna tell you now is, let me see your Ghostbox. Now you don't want to see a Ghostbox equipment and not want to see your phone. Automatic, they're gonna think you're guilty of sin from all this old crap when everybody, that's nobody's business what nobody do. But let's keep it moving. Let's go.
It was the perfect timing for anybody who wanted to end the podcast once and for all. Well, Shannon's lawyer said the same thing in his statement when he wrote, her knowledge that Mr. Sharpe's about to receive a lucrative contract, she knew that took advantage of it. And I describe it in my opinion that this is a classic definition of blackmail that gives the greatest leverage to blackmail. And this was
Hey, yo. How many likes we got in the back, man? I don't understand. We got 1,200 people in here in like 30 minutes, and we got 106 likes. What's that, 1%? Could we get the likes up? I'm gonna play the outro so you can hear the little toast of crime joint. Rest in peace to my man, Dot. And y'all hit that like button and subscribe and notification. All right.
Cheers, cheers, toast the crime, toast the crime, the crime, the crime, the crime.
All right, hit that like button, keep it moving, hit the like button. We'll be right back. Temporary intermission. You know how we do it, unique. Make audio, don't turn your back. We got everybody in the house right now. All right, you got U-Guard in the house. You got Bigger BX, it's his birthday in the house. Let's go. You got the original State Soul in the house. We all over the place. We riding. This is how we look at the Mac on a Sunday night. Make sure you hit that like button. Let's get it up. We jumping up on the lights. Keep it moving, keep it moving, keep it moving.
So you ain't gotta go do it. Did not pay attention with the stupid. Talking about a man that probably put your grandfather on. Probably the reason that him and your grams got along. A man that generated millions on the block. Did his time, never squealing to the cops make an audio.
All right. Yo, y'all make sure you go cop my brother Lou Sims' book, man. You know, listen, Once Upon a Time in Harlem is the title of the book. The QR code is in the video to play at the end of the video. Matter of fact, I'm gonna let you see it real quick.
Cheers,
that's the QR code.
The crime, the crime, the crime, the crime.
All right, so that's the QR code. So just copy that and go cop my man book. Keep it moving. All right, we got them likes up. We looking good. We looking good.
Regarding that lawsuit that he has with Jane Doe, who accused Shannon of manipulating and controlling her and alleges that he S8 and S8 her from behind. In October 2020.
Hold on. Whoa. I'm getting ready to tap out of this because this is crazy. She's saying that he S8 her from behind when they got text with her talking about putting her tongue in his chocolate donut. And now he S8 her from behind? Buddy's BBQ, let's go. You already know what time. Somebody tell me something. Dr. Willow DTV, tell me something. What up, family? She was sending them text messages about putting her tongue in dark crevices. And now she's in court saying that he S8 her. We're going to open up the phone lines right after this. I got a few more minutes. We're going to rock about 10 more minutes. Then we're going to open the phone lines and y'all going to call in when the phone lines go. We're going to tap this out. It's Sunday night. I can't believe this.
24 in January 2025, blatantly ignoring her pleas for him to stop. The lawsuit details instances of alleged threats and physical, stating Sharpe refused to accept the answer no, even as she sobbed and screamed.
She sobbed and screamed and asked for 25 grand a cheek. How you think this is going to hold up in court? Y'all put it in the comments. You know what I mean? Val, what up, Hulk? Y'all put in the comments, man. Y'all please tell me how you think this is going to hold up in court when she sent a text message and she want to put her tongue in his chocolate crevice. You know what I mean? And, you know, she want a big black baby. And she said another text saying, put a collar around me, you know, and Alicia, you know, do what you want with me. But just make sure you hit me with 25 grand a cheek. Somebody tell me how you think that's going to hold up.
She claimed that she was only 19 and he was a whole 54 when they first started dating. But to Shannon, I guess age ain't nothing but a number. And age ain't nothing but a thing, because he also claimed that he insisted on recording their intimate encounters, at times without her knowledge, and claimed they were for personal use, though she accused Sharpe of sharing the videos with friends on multiple occasions.
All right. See, this is the type of stuff that really gets me, right? This is the type of stuff that really gets me really confused, really baffled. I'm lost right now. She's saying that Sharpe took tapes of her without her knowing an XYZZYA. Now y'all try and figure it out and y'all let me know something was going on. If he took the tapes of her, why did she have a tape that Tony Busby was going to release that was 3 minutes and Shay Shay, I can't believe it. Let me go back to Shannon. I gotta laugh when I say Shay Shay and think it's a man. You know what I mean? But look, Shannon, you know, Shannon told her to release the whole 10 minutes. So that means they both was in compliance that there was a tape and that the tape existed. Am I right or wrong? Somebody put in the comments, man. I'm really lost. You know what I mean? STL Stepper, what up? You know what I mean? What up, man? I've been tapping in, been here, there. Here's your story from the Connect, Johnny Mitchell. Yeah, you already know that's Johnny Mitchell. You know what I mean? Big round of applause to Johnny Mitchell. All right. Get back to the show. Man.
But to make matters worse, her lawyer revealed that Shannon and his team had offered her $10 million whole dollars not to file the lawsuit, and Shannon's lawyer confirmed it. Either Shannon is guilty as F, or he really wanted to protect his image because he knew what he was up against. And Miss Jane Doe Gabriella Zuniga has a lawyer named Tony Busby. You know him. He wrote, back in early February, our office contacted Mr. Sharpe on behalf of Jane Doe and broached the subject of a meeting. Multiple conversations took place. Ultimately, a mediation occurred.
See, that's where Shay Shay was wrong, April Phillips. I'm sure she said she was traumatized. She on OnlyFans putting all types of things in and doing all types of things on OnlyFans, and you think that she was traumatized? Hold on, back that up to April. April Hawkins, I'm talking to you right now. Please put in the comments, April, let me know, how do you feel that she was traumatized from only Shannon when she was on OnlyFans dealing with not only one person? You know what I mean? I mean, that's how this social media play on emotions. Of course, she's most definitely traumatized, you know? But don't just put the weight on Shannon. I'm sure Shannon is not the only one that she wanted to put her tongue in his chocolate hole or charge 25 grand a cheek. But the trauma, Miss April Phillips, you're laying on Shannon. Explain that to me in the comments. Oh, you can call in a minute because we're going to open the phone line. So y'all be ready for the phone line. We're going to knock that out real quick and take it to bed. All right?
Sharpe was represented by different lawyers in that mediation. The mediation process went on for more than 6 weeks, ultimately leading to Mr. Sharpe making an incredible, significant offer to settle. However, Doe...
See, that was his mistake. First of all, he had multiple conversations with her. Mistake number one. For you to even say, okay, what do you want? That's like you say, yo, I'm guilty. What do you want? You know what I mean? And then you offer a measly 10 million when you're getting ready to get 100 million to start? What do I look like? An OnlyFans model? My peoples ain't raised me like that. That's what she told Shannon. You better come better. That ninja ain't have no business even in that situation. You're 100% right. Now, I'm letting y'all know when I open up the phone lines, please, no N words, no MF words. You try and even refrain from iat. You know what I mean? And let's do this proper so that the youth can hear this, because hopefully this would let them know that when y'all start getting the bag from your drill comedy and your drill rapping, and your drill, whatever you drilling, make sure you know to stay away from these type of people that's going to go at you for the bag when they sitting there hoping that they fall on a prey. All right?
Refused the hefty sum offered by Sharpe and instead filed this case. He also wrote, on the one hand, Mr. Sharpe and his lawyers claim that the case filed by Jane Doe is meritless. Yet on the other hand, they now have disclosed that Mr. Sharpe offered Jane Doe $10 million in writing not to file her lawsuit. That is a true statement. Jane Doe was in fact offered $10 million to settle, but rejected that offer, choosing instead to proceed with litigation. Sharpe's team is now trying to discredit and dox her. Sharpe and his team are now, as anticipated, also attacking me. We are not going to be deterred by these tactics. Well, Shannon and his lawyer slapped back in a statement. Then they started to leak nasty texts that Jane Doe had sent to Shannon in the past. In these texts, she said some crazy stuff like, I want you to put a dog collar around my neck and choke me with it while you're effing me.
Did you hear that? Hold up. She said, I want you to put a dog collar around my neck and choke me with it while you're effing me. Now, she wants a dog collar around her neck. She wants to be choked. So now Shannon Sharpe says in a phone call that they played, can you say that word manipulation one more time? I'm going to choke you when I see you. Now she wants to be choked with a dog collar, but now the public is making that Shannon was going to physically choke her when you already saying she used these words, choke. I mean, I'm just saying what's going on here. Somebody put in the comments. One of you ladies put in the comments, get ready to call in. We're going to keep rapping this.
No, you missed this juicy ASS, $25K for each cheek. Only if you put that baby gravy in me, then you could.
Baby gravy? Yo, put the number on the screen. I need the ladies to call in and tell me what they think about her saying that she want baby gravy, dog collar, choke, 25 grand a cheek. And, you know, now she's crying, oh. Somebody, I want a female to call in and tell me how they get there. But first, I need to get these likes up. Please, I'm going to throw the intro, throw a little party. Let's get these likes up. Let's go. Get them likes up. Get them likes up. Bigger BX, you already know what time it is. Happy birthday, baby boy. The real Sister Soul. Let's go. Let's go. All right. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Come on.
Do whatever you want to me. I want to put my tongue in your a-hole
Whoa.
and then marry you. That's my daddy. I want you to put a big black baby in me. You better crave it because you're going to be stuck with it for life after you put a big black baby in me. Girl.
Do you hear this talk of someone that's saying that they was raped and that someone manipulated them? Who do you think manipulated who from this? Propane Oak Lane. Somebody let me know, man. I got the phone lines open. Let's go. Let's get this up. I need to hear a female explain this to me. She said, yeah, listen. She said, only if you put that baby gravy in me, then I could do whatever I want to me. I guess that's you, Ken. You know, and then Gabriella's going good. The Shannon said, I want to put my tongue in your a-hole and then marry you. Somebody explain this to me. I am baffled. You're being recorded. You're calling in. Caller, let's go. All right. You there?
Hello.
Hello. What's up, family? Let's hear what you got to say about this.
How you doing, sir?
I'm good, family. Yourself?
I'm blessed. I'm watching you live right now, man. I didn't even know you was gonna pick. I thought you was gonna put me on the line let me let somebody else call, man. Let me, you know.
Now the phone line open. You know, where you calling from, homie?
I'm in Dallas, Texas, sir.
Oh man, we're all the way in Dallas. What do you think about that yellow beezy and all that going on out there, man? You know.
Man, listen. Watching you, listening to you, everything you say, and knowing the Texas justice system and how everything works in Dallas and Tarrant County, to be exact, well, Dallas County and Tarrant County, man, Yellow Beezy is guilty, but he allowed himself to get caught up in these people's system. So now the game got to be played.
And the time got to be paid.
Yes. So it's whether he's guilty or not, he allowed himself to play the game that the lawyers, judges, court, all that game.
All right.
Yeah, so to me, he's guilty. He's guilty for even allowing himself to get caught up in that way.
All right. All right. Thank you, homie. Let me get the next caller. Let's keep it moving. All right. What's up? Where you calling from? You being recorded?
San Antonio.
San Antonio?
Yeah.
Oh, man, we got Texas in the house again. Let's go, Spurs. All right.
Good show.
All right. So what you got to say about the situation?
Man, I wouldn't pay her nothing. She sound like a hooker. I wouldn't pay her nothing. You know, it's a shame how they try to expose the brothers for freakery, but if both parties willing, where is the charge at?
Thank you. And that's what Diddy's claiming. Let me get the next. To get some rest. All right. Yo, you're being recorded. Where you calling from? State your name. Yo, turn the TV down, homie.
All right, hold on.
All right. So that's where we at. Make sure you call in, get your voice heard. Let's hear your opinion. I'm waiting to hear a female explain this to me. Go ahead, family.
Hey, this is Pure Hustle TV. First one, get a shout out. But the first thing is for the 304, the Shannon Sharpe part. Man, he got to give her a Chinese name. Consider her one gone. Like, can't even entertain that type of foolishness.
Nah. If you gonna give a Chinese name, you gotta give a proper Chinese name. One Ho Gone. One Ho Gone. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Now you got to get the new one and change her to Two Ho Come. You know what I mean? All right.
For sure, man. Hey, one.
All right, family.
You're doing a great job, fam.
All right, thank you, man. Y'all put the like button if y'all like what I'm doing, man.
Cheers, cheers, the crime.
All right. Hit that like button. Let's keep it moving. All right. Get your calls in. Let's see what's going on. Let's play this out. But you heard what she said. She said, that's my baby. Right? Black, I want you to put a big black baby in me. You know, you better crave it because it's gonna be stuck with it for life after you put a big black baby. In other words, you better put. In other words, she's saying, "Give me a baby, this coochie gonna be yours forever." Okay, let's keep it moving.
Girl, that's enough. Well, the main statement said this lawsuit filed by Gabriela Zuniga and orchestrated by her attorney, Tony Busby, is a blatant and cynical attempt to shake down Mr. Sharpe for millions of dollars in her effort to extract a large financial settlement. Ms. Zuniga presented Mr. Sharpe with a secretly recorded video of a consensual, intimate encounter. We believe the video has been heavily edited and taken entirely out of context, crafted to falsely portray a consensual act as a non-consensual. They continue, the evidence paints a clear picture. This was consensual adult relationship that included role-playing, adult language, and fantasy scenarios explicitly requested by Ms. Zuniga.
Hold up. April Phillip, you said that would have traumatized you. So you would enter the OnlyFans ring to be in that world knowing that you'll be traumatized? That's my question to the ladies out there. I need the ladies to explain this to me, man. And y'all need to get them like buttons up, man. Could we get these like buttons up? And hit the notification. If you're not subscribed, subscribe. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe. If you like the content, please subscribe. Right now, we got 2,000 in the back. And how many likes we got? Let me look at the front of my joint, see how many likes we got on this, man. Because we got to pick this up, all right? We got 200 likes and 2,000 subscribers, right? That ain't bad. At 10%, but we need to get it up. We need to get it up.
Edited tape that Ms. Zuniga secretly taped and showed Mr. Sharpe during her blackmail attempt tries to falsely portray as a result of this editing and out of context from prior text messages that the intimate activity was not consensual. Mr. Sharpe categorically denies all allegations of coercion and misconduct, especially the gross lie of SA, and will not submit to what he sees as an egregious attempt at blackmail. He stands firmly by the truth and is prepared to fight these false claims vigorously in court. He looks forward to vindication through due process and a judgment based on the facts and the law. However, Jane Doe's lawyer, Tony Busby, claimed that the texts were sent before the alleged SA incident even happened. He wrote, "Every text that Mr. Sharpe's counsel released today purportedly from Jane Doe are dated prior to the alleged brutal set forth in Jane Doe's case. Those
See, Tony Busby is saying that, y'all, all this freak stuff with my client wanted to be choked out, put dog collar around her, you know, getting baby gravy and putting the tongue in dark crevices and being choked out. You know, that was the 99 times. But she said one this last time. That's where the Chinese come out of. That's where the Chinese come out of, you know, one gone home. One last time. This time I don't want it. This time I don't want it. What do you think about that? Put in the comments, just keep this moving.
Those texts were obviously released in an effort to distract the public's attention from the allegations in Jane Doe's lawsuit. It won't work. He also leaked his own set of texts where she said, "I cried when you left because I begged you to put a protection on and not put it in my behind, and you didn't listen."
And not put it in my behind, but you didn't listen, but you've been yelling you want baby gravies and tongue and hold up, we got to run that back. I can't believe she just said that. We got to go back.
To distract the public's attention from the allegations in Jane Doe's lawsuit. It won't work. He also leaked his own set of texts where she said, "I cried when you left because I begged you to put a protection on and not put it in my behind, and you didn't listen. I don't care what our history is. No means no, Shannon, and I don't know how to process this." And in response, Shannon asked if he could call her later. But Busby was not.
Hold up. Shannon produced these texts where she's saying that she actually said no? Come on, Shay Shay. She told you no, dog. And she told you to wrap it up. You didn't even wrap it up. Let me find out that was one of those heat of the moment, big black gorilla taking advantage of the damsel in stress moment. See, I don't know what's going on. I'm not picking sides, but from that email, that don't sound good. If that young lady said no and told him wrap it up and, you know, don't put it back there, and he went and put it back there, even if she been asking for it 99 times, she could say that one time, don't put it back there. If I'm wrong, y'all put in the comments. I don't know. I need some of these females to call in and tell me what's up. If she has a baby, 20 years, child support, this was before the lawsuit. Okay, so now she skipped the baby and just jumped to the lawsuit. Welcome to America.
Not done with Shay Shay yet, because he also released an audio where Shay Shay could be heard threatening to choke Gabriella.
I don't know. Anything I say, you're just gonna like get mad at, and you're just gonna hang up on me. So I feel like
I'm not gonna hang up on you. Here's what it is.
What does that even mean?
And she laughing. You see, they playing. What does that even mean, Shay Shay? And this is where he's going to let her know that you say that word manipulation one more time, I'm going to choke the crap out of you with this anaconda because you know you can't handle it. And that's the X Games they play. Now they want to bring it on social media. And like, you know, Miss Phillips said, you know, want sympathy, sensitivity. Do you think she deserved it in this situation? Y'all put in the comments. Not making my decision. I just want to hear from y'all right now. April is talking more like what's love got to do with it type relationship trauma. Again, get out if you are violated in a relationship. Tell him, Corey.
Once again, you want to be a dick to me now, so.
I don't want to be. Don't manipulate me.
Look.
Oh, Lord have mercy. If you say that one more time, I'm going to fucking choke the shit out of you when I see you.
With this big anaconda. That's where they was at with it. Knowledge. You know, nah, April, you need to see what's really going on and take those glasses off. Oh, knowledge. Don't be so stern. You know? Matter of fact, the link is in the comment for y'all to come up if you want to talk to her direct, because April, he got a lot to say to you. I shouldn't expect anything else from a room full of dudes. There you go. Hey, April, and you holding your own like you should, you know, but we need to have clarification on what you're saying, because what you're saying is definitely valued, because I know that trauma comes in all kinds of ways, because I know I'm traumatized. So a young lady going through what she's doing is most definitely traumatized, whether she chose it, walked into it, or was forced into it. So you're on the right track when you're talking about trauma, because that's what a lot of our people don't understand, that we traumatized. That's right. When I was younger, right? I'm over there on 122nd in Lexington, the big projects over there. We way up like on the 20-something floor. And I'm up at this girl house, we chilling, and I hate cats. You know, I got my little phobias with cats. I hate cats. I hate funerals, death. I don't even do funerals and death and all. That's not me. No disrespect to nobody. Me and my mama even had that conversation. She's 90 years old, and me and her just talked about it last week. I let her know, Mama, you know I'm going to be the one that find you. You already know y'all raised me not to go to funerals. She said, baby, you ain't got to go to no funeral. When you find me in this room, you say what you have to say to me, and I'm honored with that. And that's just how I was raised, you know? But what I don't understand is everybody's just jumping wild on, like, we don't have trauma. But where I was at, right? Let me get back to where I was at. See, I almost had a brain fart. Remember I told you all about a brain fart? A brain fart when your brain just farts and shuts down. You know what I mean? Sometimes it just shuts down. You know, it's just from too much going on. But there was a kid over there on 122nd in Lexington. And I used to go over there and I hate cats. Every time I went in here, this cat had kittens, right? And I used to always complain, yo, get these cats away from me. Get them away from me, you know? And every day I went, it was one less kitten and one less kitten. So one day I asked, I said, what happened? People actually took those little things? And they said, nah, my nephew, he been throwing them out the window. Yo, they said their nephew was throwing the kittens out the window of the 21st floor, killing the kittens. And they said it's so natural. And back then, I didn't think about it. But at 61 and from taking 3,500 hours in federal prison to understand the psyche of the mind, you know, that kid had issues and trauma. But back then, we just looked at it like, man, her nephew just be bugging. He just be wilding. A kid is throwing kittens out the window, and they're saying that's just little Johnny. Tell me, put it in the comments if y'all don't remember a situation like that, when a kid did something real outrageous, and you just say, oh, he's just wilding, and they downplay it. That's the sign of psychological issues and future trauma from what's going on now in the present. Do y'all understand the words that are coming out my mouth? All right, let's keep it moving. Yo, phone lines is open. We're going to get the phone line up. Okay, she wanted a baby by him so she could collect child support for him for the next 18 years. So she didn't want no job. She just wanted free money. Okay, let's keep it moving. Thanks, DQ. All right. The real Rasta monster. All right. She tried to cash out. Let's go. Let's go. Put the phone number up there. We need the phone call. I'm getting ready to tap out. I'm going to be up here another 2 minutes on this video, and we riding. He said he going to choke the crap out of her. They said he going to physically choke her. I say he may be just talking about actually choking her, because that seems to be what this whole case is about. Yo, only 200 likes? Why I can't get a cap on the likes? Don't let me have to play the intro again. How many likes we got?
Oh, I don't want to be choked.
Yes, you do.
See, this is it right here. She's showing where she's telling them no, and he's telling her, nah, you're going to do it. This way he forcing her, and this is where it looks bad for you, Shannon. Hey, yo, but look at Shay Shay on there, right? Does he look like Shannon or like a Shay Shay? Somebody put in the comments if you look like a Shannon or a Shay Shay. Just a comment, you know, just a question.
I don't think you have a choice in the matter.
In another audio, he made disturbing comments about a big black guy choking a small white woman.
Role play.
Well, I'm not really interested in...
Listen, April, come on, man. We already know. I mean, like, where, you know, like, where we going? She said, why don't y'all understand she can want all that and not SA from the back? She could say yes 99 times and entitled to say no 1 time. So she could say she don't want it from the back, the front, the side, the flip it, the doggy style, the froggy style, the April style, or whatever style. She entitled to that, because that's hers and she has that right and that choice. We understand that, April, but don't try and force something. You're listening to how these people's world revolved. He met her on OnlyFans, sent her the bag for a cheek. She said, send me another 25 if you want the other cheek. She said, put a dog collar on me. Choke me out. And where you going at with this, April? That young woman wants money, but all in all, I blame Shay. Thank you for not calling him Shay Shay. No charges, right? There you go. They got no charges. Okay. Is it worth being off ESPN and losing sponsors? You have two major YouTube platforms and was on the way behind that. But see, that's what I'm saying, man. Like, what are we going to do with Shay Shay? What y'all want to do with Shay Shay? Put in the comments. Next comment. We already read that.
I'm getting choked, so I guess we're going.
She says she don't want to be choked no more. She can't take the anaconda, so I guess we're done. If you think I'm going to put that way, you don't want me to put it. You know what I mean? But the media is making it he's saying that he's going to physically choke her. You know what I mean? And, you know, like Colin Gordon said, and she came back for seconds and thirds and fourth and then raised the price of the cheeks and didn't even use Cashbox.
Yeah, I might choke you in public.
See, now you know they playing. This they little role play. I may choke you in public. Come on.
Big black guy chose small white woman.
After releasing that audio, Tony Busby wrote, the contents of this clip are certainly not acceptable.
Man, they right there, you know they role playing. They talking about doing this and that in public. Stop it, Tony. You know what I mean? Yo, you're being recorded, your name, who you are, where you calling from. Hit that like button. Hit that like button. Hit that like button. Hold on, sis. All right, go ahead. Tell them your name, where you calling from, sis.
Yeah, my name's Cheryl from the DMV. Much respect to you, man. Listen, on this subject right here, it's crazy. First of all, it's sad how they doing the black men with money, right? In my opinion, she planned that the whole time, even if he wouldn't have got that big deal that he just got recently. She planned that. Ain't no way in the world. She on the website or whatever. She know what she was doing, and he was just an easy catch, you know?
So he was just a trick.
Yeah, he was just a trick, but it was foolish of him as well. No disrespect. Because, like, come on, man, what the fuck?
What's the language? Don't use the F word, sis.
My bad. Because it's like, what in the world? You got all this money. You thinking with the wrong head, and he just got caught up. It's sad but true.
All right. So what do you think about all that April was saying that she got trauma? It sounded like she was trying to give it to Shannon for her trauma. I don't know. I may be wrong. April may call in and explain herself, but that's what it sounded like to me. What do you think about that?
As far as the trauma thing, yeah, everybody got trauma in some way or another. You know what I'm saying? But she had that. If that's her business, what she doing? Yeah, it probably is causing her trauma.
Most definitely.
You know, but she's right. She's taking the bag over the trauma. You know what I'm saying? You know, and the last thing I want to say that them Chinese names, it sound real good because that's crazy.
What one ho?
Yeah,
one gone home.
Give me the second one, the one with the 3 words.
What was the one with the second one? Y'all put in the comment. What was it?
I can't remember. I'm doing my thing. I can't remember. But as far as gone ho, something.
Oh, one gone ho.
Yeah.
You already know one gone ho. You know.
And what probably happened with the situation? It probably got old for him, right? And he probably stopped breaking her off as much.
And went to a new piece.
Right, and then that's when she thought, I know how I'm gonna get him. And then she started recording. You know, they probably was doing the foreplay thing, the freak thing, whatever. That's all good. What people do in that personal, you know what I'm saying? But you know, she probably was like, yeah, he cutting me back a little bit. So then, you know, she started planning. She started planning the mess as far as the recordings and stuff, you know. And it's foolish of him to present certain ones where she said no. You know what I'm saying? He shouldn't have presented that one, but I don't know. It's just crazy. It's sad and crazy, okay? I'm gone.
All right. Thank you, sis.
All right. Much respect to you, man.
All right. DMV in the house. That's how we do it, the Mecca, man. Call in, get it right, okay? Where's the police reports? Where's the ambulance calls? Where's the pictures of or bruises? Where's the text saying he abused her? Somebody let me know. Debo, I hear you, family. All right, I hear you. I hear you. I hear you.
They are not playful, they are instead disturbing, aggressive, and dangerous. This audio paints a very clear picture of how Sharpe treated Jane Doe, leading her to escape from him by leaving Nevada and blocking all contact with him. Now, like I said, y'all, this thing is a very, very big hot mess. And when you factor in Dave Chappelle's claims about this being a targeted attack,
dig the link if you want to come in.
I mean, the last thing Shannon's ops needs for him to have is a
Yo, they go the link on the screen. The link is in the comment box. Link in the comment box if you want to come in. I'm about to tap out. Let's see where we at. All right, and the phone number is on the screen. Let me put the phone number back up. All right, so if you want to call in before I tap out, let's go. You want to come in? Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. All right.
$1 million platform to give them more incentive to expose them even more. And there's a whole lot going on here, but let me know what y'all think about Dave's revelations in the comments, and then check out this next video.
All right, let's see. What do y'all think about that? Somebody let me know what you think about Shay Shay and all this going on, because Katt Williams just went up there and he just laid it out. May spoke his opinion. Everybody spoke. Monique. Everybody had something to say. Even Precious had something to say. You know what I mean? D.L. Hughley. You know, do you think D.L. Hughley got a reason to be mad? I mean, this is the breaking news section. Breaking news, breaking news, breaking news. Let's keep this moving. All right, let's go. Let's bring this back. I want to give y'all a nice background, something creative. You know what I mean? But, you know, what do you think about that, though? Y'all put in the comments. Been on here long enough. We've been riding. Good ride. You know, enjoy your Sunday night. I'm about to tap out. Got things I got to do. You got things you got to do. And thank you for coming in. Make sure you hit the like button on the way out, subscribe on the way out if you're not subscribed, and hit the notification bell if you haven't hit the notification bell. Too many people watching that is subscribed that haven't hit the notification bell. So please go back, double check, make sure you hit it, because you know they got all kinds of things they talk about, shadow banding and all that. So you know what I mean? Yeah, I'm glad y'all enjoyed this Sunday Mecca ride. You know what I mean? I'm glad y'all enjoyed this Sunday Mecca ride. Busy here. The pimp won his cut. All right. Y'all, I don't know why they then took the number off, but I'm getting ready to get off because I'm starting to get frustrated. Y'all, nice having y'all here. Thanks for calling in. We out of here.
Cheers, cheers, toast the crime, toast the crime, the crime, the crime, the crime. What? Fresh out the can of 26, Eat back on the strip, getting back in the mix. What he mentions a gift. You stand up 10 toes down, and I suggest you pay attention to this. Real. Take a little gully posse and put it in Harlem. He cut from the bottom, came up from the bottom. Drop the book, you should go and get it. The Instagram page and the YouTube, you could go and visit. Then you could consider yourself LinkedIn. Sit front row and get Jews from a kingpin. How he went through it, so you ain't gotta go do it. To not pay attention would be stupid. Talking about a man that probably put your grandfather on. Probably the reason that him and your grams got along. A man that generated millions on the block, did his time, never squilling to the cops make an audio. Make a what? Make a 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 audio. And we gon' do it like we gon' do it like we keep it moving like Get it live like 2 G's in the 90s. Drop top beamer so shiny. I let shorty go, she was whining. Treat her like my past, she behind me. Spin a couple bands on the dapper Dan. You be back again, getting green like a Packers fan. No cap, it's a roaring uptown. Baby horn uptown, Dominican bust downs. Now we on the positive, we got a lot to give. Now he trying to stop the kids from being inoperative. So take heed, homie, lend the air. He started in uptown, he gon' finish dead. But now it ain't about selling drugs, buying cars. It's about buying property to make the community ours, so we can get back to the. Cheers. Cheers. The crime.